Hey guys, hope everybody's doing well. I'm actually off this week. Funny though, I kind of miss my work, which I've never ever done that before. Taking a vacation and then missing my work. But I guess this is work too. Everything I do is work related. I guess it's studying and research I do, but I love it, so I don't look at it as work. But anyway, I was just past the video that I looked at. It was passed to me by a 30-year-old Grom, which I'll put his YouTube channel below so you can click on that. Great guy. I've been starting to talk to him a little bit more, and conversations have been coming up, and he's been bringing on things up in his own vlogs as well on his YouTube, and it kind of gets your ears going a little bit and starts getting you to think. So he passed this video to me, which was all about suffering, really, and the reasons for everything, and it kind of made me start thinking, well, who are we? Which I've said that quite a few times, like, who are we? Who am I? But as soon as you bring the I into it as well, I know in Buddhism, there's a thing around the I, bringing the I into it. And I'm just scratching the surface. I'm reading a book now on Buddhism, and it can get really confusing. It's funny because it's so simple, because it's telling you what's actually there, like the realities. But once it starts trying to get into the brain part of it and how it all works and the reasons for why we may be thinking the way we're thinking, starts getting confusing all of a sudden. I'm wondering if it's sometimes denial of things. But anyway, this kind of got me to thinking with that, that I and the meaning of life and self, and what is the meaning of life really? I don't think that could be painted with a broad brush. I think that's each individual's journey. I think the meaning of life is each individual person. You can't really say what's the meaning of life, because each person's going to come up with their own story. And believe it or not, each individual has their own stories but they got to where they are now. And what's the meaning? And I think we learn. I think I didn't know what the meaning of life was until I started really working on myself. I had no idea. No, I thought I did, but I didn't. Here I was, chef, all up in London, heavy metal, rugby playing, beer swilling, meat eating. I never said I'd leave London. I never said I'd get married. I never said I'd have kids. I didn't know what the heck the meaning of life was, really. I broke all those rules. I moved 4,000 miles away, right out of London. I got married, and I've got 2 beautiful daughters. So I broke all those rules. So we think we have the meaning of life figured out, but we don't. We really don't. There's 2 things we do know. We're born and we die. The bit in between is figured out by our journey. It's figured out by, those things that come along that may be crippling at the time. Hurt, bad. But you know what? You get that support, and then you make those connections with people that are there. That things may get bad, but you're going to get through it. And then you learn the lessons from that. You think it's terrible in the last... I've been there. You think it's like, that's it, end all, be all, that's it. But you know what? You get through and you learn. Learn the lessons. That's the meaning of life. Bettering yourself every day, doing something to better yourself. It's not any one direction. It's just staying on yourself and bettering yourself towards the happiness, wherever that may be. And happiness can be taken in different ways too. Even these crazy guys that are going out there, and they may be murdering people, and they're believe it or not, they're doing it because it comes from somewhere what makes them, I guess, happy, or gives them some kind of an enjoyment. That's, we're all looking for the happiness. Of course, not in that direction. Jeez, you know, there's obviously something wrong there. They need help for a start. But you know, what's the meaning of life? It's a broad word. You know, I never thought I'd be in the position I'm in now, ever. Never. Now I don't kind of expect anything or try and go towards anything. I just follow the path that I want to do, you know, which is helping people. I never thought in a. Jeez, if you would have told me that I was going to be doing this, what I do for a living, even 3 years ago, and be in the position I'm in, I would have said you were mad. I would have told you you're crazy. I'm the one that needed the help, but now I'm able to help others. I mean, it's a journey, and where that journey takes you, you may not 100% know, but the choices you start making today is where the meaning is. Put the meaning in there. Make the choices. Some of them ain't going to be correct. Some of them ain't going to be right. Sometimes you're going to mess up. You're not failing. You get up and you go back at it. That's the meaning of life. Keeping going. Go for what you want, what makes you happy. Not quitting. That's the meaning of life to me. Surrounding yourself with positive people. Rooting out the ones that don't belong. You'll know who they are. You know, the ones that we people please and we keep around because we don't want to be abandoned by those people. Yet we're not getting any enjoyment from it. We're not getting any uplift. We're not getting support. Why be around that? Be around the people that support you, that smile when you mention something that you've done that may not be no big deal to anybody else, but they know. They look at you and they know. That's a big deal for you. And they smile. You can't beat that. That's all it takes. That's the meaning of life. Surrounding yourself with people like that. Getting in touch with people. Doing something for other people. Make yourself worthy. Turn that energy out somewhere else. Be grateful for what you have. Give yourself gratitude. Gratitude for what you have now. You may not be sitting on, you know, bars of gold, but be grateful. There's always someone worse off. Always. No matter where we're at. When I came here and I didn't have any money whatsoever, and we was living in an apartment, my wife and I, and we celebrated when we had a piece of chicken one night. No word of a lie, I can remember it. We got candles out because we could actually eat a piece of chicken. There's always someone lower than us. I used to go and volunteer at the homeless shelter when I lived up there in Maryland, right on the DC border. I used to walk over into DC and go into the homeless shelter every day, soup kitchen, and start preparing and that. They were lower than me. I had an apartment. I might not have had much money, but I had an apartment. That's the meaning of life, helping someone else out. So stay the course, guys. It's okay. It all works out. Check out the videos below and check out Grom's YouTube channel. Great guy. Namaste, guys.